I've got 2:01, so we'll go ahead and get started. This is Megan with the National Weather Service out of Slido, and we'll get started with the weekly weather briefing here. Just a couple things to mention, mainly just that the heat continues through tomorrow, and I'll show you the temperatures and heat index values that we're expecting here in just a moment. Rain chances do increase over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, a little bit into Monday, and then as we get more towards early next week, looking more like a typical summertime pattern. And we do have a marginal risk of severe weather and heavy rainfall Saturday, and probably that'll persist into Sunday as we look into tomorrow. So as for the tropical, not a whole lot to discuss. There is that 20% chance of development in the Atlantic. Not expecting any impacts to the local area in the next 7 days, but we just wanted to mention it. This is the season. These are the maximum temperatures and the maximum heat index values. So tomorrow, as you can see, it's going to be again in the upper 90s with the heat index values between 108 and 112 expected. So we are going to be issuing a heat advisory. It just hasn't been issued yet because we're still collaborating with the neighbors, but that's going to be coming out here in the next hour or so, again for tomorrow. And then as we get into the weekend, it looks to be a rainier pattern. Rain chances definitely increase as we have a frontal system moving down. So we do have a marginal risk of severe weather Saturday. Mainly this is going to be damaging winds. It's going to be diurnally driven, which means basically it's going to pick up, the rain chances are going to pick up, the afternoon hours and persist through the evening hours and then really taper off right around sunset. Mainly for the severe weather risk is going to be along and north of the I-10, I-12 corridor. And like I said, mainly the damaging winds, 30 to 60 miles an hour. Could have a couple of strong storms, strong to severe storms in there. Not expecting hail with this one Saturday. It just doesn't look conducive for it, and we're really not expecting tornadic activity. So mainly just those higher wind gusts that are possible. And then we also have the potential for locally heavy rainfall as well. We have a marginal risk for heavy rainfall Saturday. Arguably, this is going to be more of a concern than the severe threat, just because it's going to be quite efficient and we have a lot of moisture that's going to be in the area. So, as you have these stronger storms that form Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, and the same thing Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, you're going to have the potential for these storms to be pretty efficient. You could have higher rainfall rates, so look at that. 2 to 4 inches an hour is generally what we're expecting. But overall, for the whole weekend, basically Saturday through Monday morning, looks like generally 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. So you could see, situations where you could have these stronger storms that produce, higher rainfall rates in a short amount of time. And, we're not expecting a whole lot of movement, so you could see some trading as well. And like I said, as we get into the beginning of next week, it looks more like the general summertime pattern where you have about 30% chance, 40% chance of scattered showers in the afternoons, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that's basically it. It continues to be hot tomorrow, higher rain chance over the weekend, and then we return to more of our normal summertime pattern for early next week.